Boys and girls, welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. In the last episode, we did the side quest, impromptu side quest, because I completely forgot it existed, for Arcade's Companion Quest. I think I said that wrong. We did Arcade's Companion Quest last time, impromptuly, because I needed to get the remnants on side, and I kind of forgot they existed until someone told me to go to the Followers of the Apocalypse camp in Freeside and talk to them, and then I just remembered I had to finish Arcade's quest, which for this playthrough is whatever. This ending is almost over. It's not that big of a deal, but for the other endings, I'm going to have to go back to my original divergent point before I made a decision to do this quest to get the followers and all the other endings, but don't worry, I'll probably do that either halfway on camera, halfway off camera, or completely off camera. I won't do the entire quest again. Unless you guys want to see it again, then I guess I'll do it again. But this episode, we're gonna go back to the old Mormon fort because we need to do the optional objective, or try to do the optional objective for the Followers of the Apocalypse. Can't fast travel when enemies are nearby. Who's an enemy? Oh. Sure, I guess that mantis was really a threat to me. Ah, damn, I had a 50-50 shot and I fast traveled to the wrong gate. Thanks for playing, I guess. Anyway, according to Reddit, it isn't really a bug, but it's not listed anywhere in the game, and there's one of two ways this can go. Either what I'm about to do will just work and they'll help me, or what I'm about to do won't work and I'll just have to move on with my life. You have to give the Followers of the Apocalypse enough drugs until there's a back-end, like, completion chart or something, and then after you give them enough drugs, they'll change their dialogue and come help you at the battle, or whatever they're trying to help us with. So we're just gonna give Julie Farkas basically as much as I have in terms of drugs.
Welcome back, friend.
I don't know if this is what we need, but we will do this. Alright, that's a different dialogue, so let's back out of this.
Good to hear. Oh, by the way, I got a shipment of magazines from home I'd be willing to sell if you're interested.
That's also new dialogue. Let me see if that did what I think I needed it to do. Let me completely back out of the conversation, talk to her again. She doesn't want to talk. Hello, Julie?
Welcome back, friend.
Did that do anything for me? That's still grayed out, which makes me think no.
I'm sure you have your... Even if we wanted to... Unless you...
Okay, so she still doesn't have enough resources. Let's keep doing this.
It looks like you took care of our short-term supply issues. In thanks, you can have a discount on medical services with me.
Okay.
Also, I would like to extend an invitation to join the Followers of the Apocalypse. Your work here in the old Mormon fort has been invaluable, and I can't think of a more worthy recruit. Will you join us?
Okay. Interesting. I clicked on the wrong dialogue option first, so let's join, because I'm pretty sure this isn't necessary, but it'll probably help our case. So let's join.
Excellent. The Followers' mission will be better served with someone like yourself traveling around the Mojave. As a representative of the Followers, I present you with your very own lab coat. Wear it well, and may it aid our cause. Also, before I forget, here's a key to a safe house you can use to rest if you happen to be in the area. I'll just mark it on your map. Okay,
interesting. Believe it or not, this is the first time I've ever joined the Followers of the Apocalypse, even though I've beaten Fallout New Vegas like 20 times. I've never done this before, because I've never needed to do it. There we go, that option is now highlighted, which means there should be a new dialogue option if we click on it.
Why should we support Vegas? They've locked Freeside out of the city, and do nothing to help their neighboring townsfolk.
I'm setting plans in motion which will ensure both the Legion and the NCR are pushed out of the Mojave. So this begs the question, why is this option an option when I'm talking to Julie, but this wasn't an option when I was talking to Orion Moreno with the remnants? Because my goals haven't changed. That was last episode. Nothing happened between last episode and this episode that I suddenly became more independent from the NCR and the Legion. The only reason I can think is that it's just lazy script writing for the arcade quest, and that's a really big nitpick. I'm not super upset about it. The only thing I could think about is that it's just lazy script writing because they needed there to be a conflict somewhere in that story, and that was like the only way they could do it, is if you're either supporting the Legion or you're supporting the NCR. There's no middle ground, so it's interesting that it works out this way, but at the end of the day, does it matter? Not really, because the speech check to get Orion to back down really isn't that bad. Excuse me, I hiccuped.
Wow. Whatever you have planned must be pretty big to give them the boot, but this sounds dangerous. I refuse to put my people at risk. If the NCR are pushed out, the raiders and other scum will run amok.
I was gonna say, yeah. Part of my plan involves automated security for the region. That's true. Whether she's gonna like that answer or not, I have no idea, but that is true. We do have a literal robot army.
That is somewhat reassuring, but we still don't have the resources to care for the entire Mojave by ourselves. We already experience regular supply shortages. Opening our door to the entire region, I don't see how this could ever work.
Isn't that like the entire point of the followers? Isn't the old Mormon fort open to anybody anyway? I mean, her concerns are valid, don't get me wrong, but it sounds like she's making up an excuse that is like a reason that she's had the entire time for wanting to do what she wanted to do. Like, you just got done saying that you wanted me to help other people, so now that we have the opportunity to help more people, you don't want to do it? That just doesn't check out, really. This is a golden opportunity for the followers to spread. That's true. Both of these are true. Let's go with the first one.
It is indeed our duty to teach and improve the living conditions of our fellow man, but we're talking an insane amount of logistics to make this work.
You guys are a literal faction of scientists that'll have access to a robot army and whatever other resources I get after we figure out what Mr. House's network does. Respectfully, I think we'll be just fine.
I think I see now what you intend to set in motion. If this plan will bring us one step closer to revitalizing the region, you can count on our support. So long as you keep us supplied, we will stay in the Mojave to provide care and education for those in need.
Okay, cool. Report back to Yes Man. Thank you for your service, Julie.
That fiend leader shouldn't have messed with our great army.
I was gonna say, you're short as hell, but then I remembered you're like 13 years old. Okay, so I can actually fast travel from inside here, right? I don't have to go back to that. Going on, boys? Don't mind me, don't mind me. I wish Yes Man would meet me outside. But like in a nice way, not like the Whoa Vicky way. I really don't want to have to go all the way back up to the penthouse to talk to him, but I guess to be fair, this is the last time I'll have to do it. For this playthrough at least, until I do the other ones and then I have to do it again.
Are you ready to head for the dam? Caesar's Legion is due to attack at any moment.
I am ready to go to the dam.
Great! So I've been looking over Mr. House's force projections and running some calculations. It turns out there are two ways we can win this thing. Hear that? We have options! You could route the dam's power output to the facility under Fortification Hill. That'll restart its reactor, just like you did with the Lucky 38. That'll wake up the Securitron army you left on standby and give us enough force to push the Legion and the NCR straight out of the Mojave. The other option is destroy the dam's generators. Without those, it's just a big bunch of concrete. The NCR won't have any reason to stick around. You don't have to decide yet. For now, all you have to do is take this override module and install it on the terminal in the power control room. Good luck. See you at the dam.
Okay. Let's do it, whatever. Starts the quest. What is the name of this quest? No gods, no masters.
You must get to the control room and install the override chip.
I'm glad they brought one Securitron with me. Where is it telling me to go? It's telling me to go... I don't know. Y'all mad at me? No, you're mad at them, though. As you should be. They're the baddies. I do not think this shotgun is going to do well against the Legion, but... Did I just get a Wild Wasteland thing? Let me take back all the supplies I just donated to the followers.
Just recons at Camp Forlorn Hope. Now we've got a chance to hold it.
There's more important stuff happening right now. Was it telling me to go? Yes, it was. I understand now. Go back out. We have to go to the other tower to go down because everything in that room has been blocked off, so... No, that seems bad. I thought I did that because I hit a hotkey to swap my gun. Come on, Securitron. Need you to help, sweetie. These guys have marksman carbines and riot shotguns. Where does that go? Where does this go? What does that go to? Oh, this just goes down. Okay. I guess you could bypass that combat if you wanted to. I never knew this was here. Which brings us up here, which is just another hard locked door. Which wasn't that hard, to be fair. Oh. Okay. No, I'm okay. Let's just go inside. Go inside and go down. I don't want to fight if I don't have to. However, I'm pretty sure the NCR will be chill with me until I get to this room.
Stop right there. No one is allowed into the control room. You shouldn't be here. It's best if you just move along.
Speech 75 lie. Colonel Moore is in trouble. She needs help now.
Damn it all to hell. Let's go.
Go get them, guys. Go be heroes. All right. Go plug Yes Man in.
Hi! Nice to see you again. So, we can blow up the dam's generators, or I could route the dam's entire power output to the fort. That'll activate a certain army of Securitrons and set them loose to ravage the Legion. What do you say?
For this playthrough, sending the power to the fort is the option that I want to go with. It's probably the correct option no matter what, because the Hoover Dam is kind of important for every ending, but the Legion are stupid, so whenever we get to that ending, it might be different, but send power to the fort.
Yes! This is gonna be fun! I'm unlocking the East Power Plant. Hit the manual switch, then go topside and deal with the Legion and NCR.
Alright, sounds good, brother. Now the question is the NCR mad as hell at me? Or can I still get out without being shot at? Nope, they still see... Well, somebody over here is mad at me. Oh, it's just the Legion. I don't care about y'all. You guys can be as mad as you want. You idiots brought axes and sledgehammers to a gunfight.
Glad that's over.
All the NCR boys got different guns, or I guess everybody has different guns.
The Legion can count on that.
Yes, good job, guys. For some reason, the entire game, the NCR have had crappy service rifles, and all of a sudden now they have pimped out marksman rifles and riot shotguns. This is the switch I have to hit? Yep. Everybody still okay? No one mad at me? Okie dokie, fantastic. Yes Man and all the TVs in the top corner. Let's head topside and go kick some butt. Let's go up. Let's see if we can do anything up here before bad things happen. Nope, never mind, I guess not. Oh, the remnants are here. What up, boys? I guess that would have been way more cinematic if I went to the ground floor, but I went up top. You guys want to talk?
Keep your head down. Could be snipers around.
Oh, you guys are just following me. All right, we got a squad now. Weird how the remnants sent more people to help me than my Securitrons. I don't know what noise I just heard.
That takes care of that.
Oh, I have more Securitrons. Love to hear it. Alright. I don't know if I missed the boomers already. Did I miss the boomers? I think I might have missed the boomers. Oh yeah, like that's not even fair. Now the question is, do you guys follow me in here? Or is this one of those you must do it alone courier type moments? Oh, sure enough, you guys come with me. Maybe no one's ever survived this long in my other playthroughs, because I'm usually alone by the time I get to this point. Oh no, infamy gained by Caesar's Legion. Oh no. Please don't do that.
Cut it out, will you?
What are you mad about? Did I shoot you on accident?
I knew it.
Or do you not like squatting? Alright, my Securitrons waited super long to shoot, and now I'm the one getting hit. That guy just ran through a closed gate. Drugs are cool. Bro, you are so fast. Please quit running. Thanks, appreciate it. Not only is this the first time I remember my friends coming with me inside Leggett's camp, I also remember there being way more people in Leggett's camp to fight. Why does it seem like there's nobody in here to fight? Alright, before I go any further, let me do some drugs. Let me heal up real quick. Not that I think it's gonna matter, because if I do this the way that I want to do it, we're just gonna speech check the Leggett anyway. No NCR people coming? Maybe it's different since I'm doing it this way. What up, though, bro?
And who are you to come before me? You don't bear the mark of the bear, yet you are ready for battle.
Maybe you're willing to listen to reason. Let's do this as my passive playthrough.
I see you fight with words, like all beneath the flag of the bear. Let us hope your skill with weapons proves greater.
Speech 55. This battle is decided. That's why I am here.
So you seek quarter? Terms of surrender? Our roads into NCR are hung with the bodies of those who attempted to negotiate with us. Save your speeches. We will take Hoover Dam and move forward until our feet crush the setting sun beneath them.
Move forward? The Legion spent years trying to take the Hoover Dam.
Hoover Dam has never seen the mass strength of the East. Only Leggates such as Graham, who deserve the fire Caesar blessed him with. Now I am here, and make markers of your people as the Legion carves its way west.
To be fair, most of your army right now is being slaughtered by robots they didn't know existed, and two, I think Joshua Graham was probably a better leader than you, judging by how he's led multiple factions to relatively the same endpoint at this time. Also, to be fair, he was scapegoated hella hard by Caesar at the last Hoover Dam battle, so meh. Speech 75, and then what of the East?
You speak in circles. What of the East? I am the East, and I will prove it this day.
Speech 85, if you... Speech 85, if you need all the East to crush the West...
The victory here shall be swift. Our forces shall take the dam, secure it, then build a road west on the bodies of the NCR. The East will hold. Once across the Colorado, nothing to rival Hoover Dam remains.
Speech 100. It is not the strength of the West that will slow you, it is their weakness.
Your weakness? You seek to thwart me by claiming the Legion is too strong for you?
Speech 100. The NCR's weakness is its size. It'll take your entire army to hold the West.
That does not mean we would not succeed.
Eventually, but moving your whole army west means losing the East. You can't hold both.
The East was a hard-fought campaign. Even now, Kaisar drew too much of the Legion's blood needed there for this. Hoover Dam is but a place. I will not have it be the gravestone of the Legion, whether quickly, or as you describe, slowly, by attrition.
There is victory in wisdom, Legate.
As for wisdom, there is wisdom in your words, man of the West. Know that I shall return east. I shall not remain there forever. On that day, the strength of the bear shall be tested. If the West is one day filled with ones such as you, perhaps it shall be a worthy fight indeed.
If you feel that war matters that much, perhaps you will see differently in time.
My coming would have saved you, set your people free in ways they cannot see. War would have tested them, broken the weak with its violence, yet allowing the strong to arise. Violence gave you that strength, awakened you. I can see it upon your face, where 2 bullets left their mark. Perhaps it is unfortunate Wolpex was not here to hear your words. Something tells me you would prove more than his match. Until the day when our armies meet again, Courier. I shall wait for you on the battlefield.
And just like that, he runs away. He runs hella away. Or at least back into his tent, which I don't think I can go into. Oh, no, I can go in. No, I can't. It's unlocked from the other side. First of all, not a door. The tent flap. Second of all, why can't I just use one of my weapons and cut this bitch down? But whatever. That's the pacifist ending to this. Probably in another ending somewhere along the line we will do an actual fight with him, because that seems more fun, but we've done a lot of talking this episode, and honestly, that's why speech in New Vegas is broken. Not saying you shouldn't be able to do that, but getting 100 speech in this game honestly isn't that hard, so if you get your speech maxed, you can just talk your way out of the boss fight, so. That's bright. That's really bright. Can't wait to see what this guy has to say.
Caesar on the cross. Been a long time since I've seen the kind of work you've laid down today. A damn long time. And the screams of those Legion bastards as they kick dirt running east like a choir of angels to my ears. Speaking of, that crazy light show over the fort? What the fuck was that? Some kind of thumb of God you called down? Amazing. Fucking amazing. Could use 100 of you. Just scatter you over the east like jacks. Give those plum fucks the what for.
Sure. Hold that thought, General. I wanted to introduce you to some of my friends.
And, well, these boys with you? Hello there, Smiley.
Ah, yes. Hello, hello.
Guess it ain't no secret how you, I say, can you ask them to put their weapons down? Was just reaching in my coat to give you a cigar.
I think in the ending where I go unhinged and fight the Legate, that'll be the ending that I also don't let the NCR leave, or at least let General Oliver leave. So let's just try to be cordial as long as we can. I don't remember how this has to end. I think there's multiple ways it can end, and I'm hoping there's one where we don't have to throw him off the dam.
I would sooner spit on the grave of my dead mother than let some courier walk the wasteland fuck talk to me like that. Who the hell do you think you are? Looking to cash your chips to the sound of NCR bullets, huh? I can oblige.
Considering me, 4 retired Enclave soldiers and really 1 Securitron ran across the Hoover Dam and made the Legate just walk away, and you've been preparing for this battle for months and years perhaps, I don't think that's gonna work out, dude. I don't want any more violence. There's been enough today.
Look, I know you're riding high right now, but let me tell you, you ain't pissing on me right now. You're pissing on the bear. You've been far enough west, I'm guessing, to know how far that claw stretches. Fuck with the bear and...
How about I ask these robots to fuck you and your entire battalion with a rocket barrage?
You want me to make tracks out of here? Head back west? Tail between our legs? No. I came for a fight today. And if you're looking to make me budge, you better have a damn good left hook, or I'm not going anywhere.
Speech 100, bluff, because you're talking and not attacking.
Yeah. But I wasn't expecting a fight when I came up here. And now that we're talking, I don't like the sound of things. Do you know what you're doing? Making a nation like you think you're doing ain't like chowing down on a pile of fancy lad snack cakes. Think you got the guts to carve out a frontier? Build towns, protect the roads, run supplies, train troops?
That's kind of how a robot army works. You can just make them and program them and they kind of do it.
Hell. Can't believe we got suckered by some road jockey. Should have watched the flank while Caesar's best was making all that noise. I know what those robots of yours can do on a bad day, and I'm not eager to toss lies at them just to make a point. But if you're taking this place, you better hope you can hold it. I'll give my superiors my opinion, but I don't think they're going to listen. So if NCR comes at you, and it will, pray you're ready. I promise you, our situation's reversed, I'd see you hang.
I see. Yes, man, please throw General Oliver from the dam. Nah, like I said, this is gonna be our pacifist ending. That day is not likely to come, General.
Fine. Come on, men. We're moving out.
You did a super job wrapping things up, and I'm not just saying that because I have to. I didn't want to make a big deal about this until after we won, but, well, I found some code snippets in one of Mr. House's databanks that will let me, reprogram my personality to be a little more assertive, basically. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and it's going to take me a while, so it'll seem like I'm offline. But don't worry. Everything will be okay. I've updated the Securitron's targeting parameters so they know what to do. Vegas will be protected. So that's where I'll be, off making a few changes. And I guess I'll see you around. We accomplished a lot together. It was fun. Take care.
And so the courier who had cheated death in the cemetery outside Good Springs cheated death once again. And the Mojave wasteland was forever changed. The courier, with the aid of Yes Man, drove both the Legion and the NCR from Hoover Dam, securing New Vegas's independence from both factions. With Mr. House out of the picture, part of the Securitron army was diverted to the Strip to keep order. Any chaos on the streets was ended. Quickly. Chaos became uncertainty, then acceptance with minimal loss of life. New Vegas assumed its position as an independent power in the Mojave. Supporting the ideals of independence, the courier was recognized as the man responsible for a truly free New Vegas. He ensured Mr. House's tyranny was broken, and neither Caesar's Legion nor NCR would ever gain control over New Vegas.
Though some super mutants in Nightkin continued to journey to the legendary Utopia, they found little trace of its existence. Some eventually found their way to Jacobstown, but many wandered off into the wastes, confused and disheartened.
Still grappling with self-doubt over his usefulness in the face of old age, Raoul was never able to find peace with himself. Eventually, he left the Mojave and assumed a new name, as he had done so many times before.
With little law left in the wasteland, the Boomers continued to defend themselves against the prospectors and scavengers invading their territory.
The Brotherhood's open aggression along the New Vegas highways troubled Veronica greatly. Nevertheless, it removed all doubt from her mind that in leaving them, she had made the right choice. Eventually, she would take to the road, less in hopes of finding a new home than of leaving memories of the old one behind her.
Their leaders destroyed by the courier. The fiends scattered throughout the wasteland. Without the organization of Motor Runner, Cook, Violet, and Driver Nephi, they were easy prey.
After the courier ensured New Vegas remained free, the followers found that independent Vegas was even more unstable and violent than before. Old Mormon Fort became excessively burdened by the influx of patients, struggling to provide even the most basic of services.
Arcade was proud to have been one of the defenders who helped repel the Legion from Hoover Dam. He was prouder still to see the area freed from the shackles of the NCR and Mr. House. Though independence for New Vegas was not all he hoped it could be, Arcade used his enclave knowledge and technology to keep order wherever he could.
With New Vegas's independence formally declared, Goodsprings thrived. More travelers stopped by Goodsprings on their way to and from the Strip, and the locals grew prosperous from the traffic.
In the years following the destruction of Cassidy caravans, NCR used evidence of the plot to blackmail the Crimson Caravan and the Van Graffs. NCR enacted strict trade laws with little resistance, strengthening their supply lines and their position in the Mojave. Cass lived to see the courier bring down 3 armies, and by her count, that was 3 more than she'd expected. She kept quiet about that, though.
During the Battle of Hoover Dam, the Great Khans quickly evacuated Red Rock Canyon and headed north and east into the plains of Wyoming. There, they reconnected with the followers of the Apocalypse and rebuilt their strength. Bolstered by ancient knowledge of governance, economics, and transportation, they carved a mighty empire out of the ruins of the Northwest.
Thanks to the Courier and Lily, a cure for the Nightkin's schizophrenia was found shortly after Dr. Henry's experiment concluded. Nightkin and other super mutants in the wasteland flocked to Jacobstown, and the town became known as a haven where a mutant could find peace.
Lily continued to take her medicine at half doses, and although she remembered her grandchildren, her mind remained muddled and confused. Eventually, she parted ways with the Courier and traveled west, seeking the remnants of her past.
The Kings retained their control of Freeside, and while they continued to favor the needs of locals, they tolerated the citizens of the defeated NCR.
After Ray's brain was transplanted into Rex's cybernetic body, it took Rex some time to adjust to the old scrapyard dog's memories. Eventually, Rex's mind settled peacefully, melding his own memories with that of long travels with old Lady Gibson.
Shaped up by the Courier's advice, the Misfits distinguished themselves during the Legion's attack on Camp Golf. Mags was finally promoted to sergeant, and the rest of the Misfits received an official commendation. They continued to serve with distinction for many years.
Though Novak was a low-priority target for the Legion, many of Novak's citizens died in its defense. In the weeks that followed, several bright followers returned to Novak to help restore its defenses, allowing it to remain independent of NCR.
Though NCR was withdrawing from the region, Boone remained in New Vegas, finding work as a security guard and caravan scout along the highways. While he might have preferred rejoining his old unit, Boone couldn't bring himself to abandon the city where he'd met his wife.
The NCR, battered by the loss of the dam, were unable to devote any troops to retaking the correctional facility from the Powder Gangers. As a result, Powder Ganger raids on caravans became an unfortunate fact of life in the Mojave for years to come.
After the majority of the Vault 19 Powder Gangers joined the Great Khans, the weaker members scattered throughout the Mojave wasteland. Though a few managed to erase their past, most never survived the journey.
Despite NCR's pledge to support Prim, they abandoned the town after their loss to the Courier. Independent again, Prim operates much as it had before the Powder Gangs arrived, full of ups and downs.
Although they performed admirably during NCR's defense of Hoover Dam, the Rangers fell into decline soon after. With Hanlon's plot against the occupation exposed and Oliver denounced for losing Hoover Dam, many Rangers were greeted coldly on their return home. Few openly blamed the Rangers for Hanlon's treachery, but public and political support for the military as a whole quickly dwindled.
After their bold arrival at Hoover Dam, the remnants disappeared as quickly as they came. Legends of their power spread throughout the Southwest, a reminder of why people once feared the sight of vertibirds in the sky.
And so the Courier's Road came to an end, for now. In the new world of the Mojave Wasteland, fighting continued, blood was spilled, and many lived and died just as they had in the old world. Because war never changes.
Okay, so that's the independent ending with Yes Man. A few things I don't really like about the ending, and a few things that I don't think are correct about the ending slideshow I got. They really blindside you with the thing that Yes Man just decides to go rogue and reprogram himself to be a more assertive leader and not really listen to people and listen to you specifically. Never really sat well with me, but I guess that kind of has to be what that is, because otherwise it's just going to be the Mr. House ending 2 times with a different Mr. House, so sure, whatever. I guess that curveball is accepted in forms of a narrative standpoint, but from like a morality standpoint, I don't really like it. But that is what it is. And then as far as the slideshow goes, the followers suffering because of the independent ending, I don't really understand that, because not really much changes between that and the other endings, I guess, except for they have the support of the people they were kind of with back home in Los Angeles or the Boneyard. In the NCR ending, the followers are gonna get a better ending. Spoiler alert, but I don't understand why their ending is so bad in this one. And then I just straight up forgot to do Raoul and Edie's side quests, so I'll go back and do them at some point for one of the other endings, because I do want to show those on the channel. I just kind of forgot. They also don't really impact the overall ending of the story, so I can go back and do them whenever. The one thing that was said, though, that I think is just blatantly incorrect is the NCR CF thing about how the NCR couldn't send troops to retake the prison from the prisoners, because this is my NCR ending. So naturally, towards the beginning of the game, I would have taken care of all the prisoners at the NCRCF. They're all dead. They're all gone. There are no more prisoners. Like, matter of fact, every prisoner in the wasteland, except for the few that are just by the outposts I didn't bother visiting, which is like maybe 4 prisoners, they're all dead, or they left or disbanded and joined a different faction, and they're no longer powder gangers. They're no longer prisoners. They're not at the prison anymore. So I don't really know about that. But as far as the rest of the thing, that's just the independent ending. There's not a lot to write home about. It's a good ending because of all the stuff I did throughout the game. The ending itself is whatever. It's not my canon ending, like I've said many times. So next episode, we're going to be reverting back to the initial Divergent checkpoint before I made my decision on which faction I'm going to go with, and then I'm going to decide if A, I do a DLC, or B, I continue with one of the different endings, or option C or D, whatever I'm on right now, we try to complete the companion side quest for Raoul and Eddie, or Edie, how as I call them. People say Eddie, people say Edie. I'm one of the people that believes it's Edie. If you don't agree with me, I'm sorry, but we're gonna leave off here at the ending slideshow, and I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Pizza.